What is going on YouTube? This is M&M Gaming. Welcome to another vehicle showcase video. Today we are looking at a 2025 BMW 228 xDrive Grand Coupe or GC. Getting right into the engine bay here. The vehicle is a Storm Bay Metallic with the interior black perforated Veganza. So getting into the engine specs, we have a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. The engine is gasoline port/direct injection intercooled turbo. It is a i4 cylinder motor, 2 liters. The vehicle is all-wheel drive. Horsepower is 241 HP. The torque is 295 pounds-per-feet. 0 to 60 is 5.8 seconds. Top speed is 155 miles an hour, which I found kind of surprising because typically BMW has a set limiter for the BMWs in the US, so that is pretty uncommon. Oil over here, as well as the other information over here. And finally, another sticker on the left side. Stickers over here. One there. There's one over here flapping around. And on the left side, we have a small QR code as well as one over here and one right here. There's 2 actually, if you guys can see them at the same time. There's 2 right there. And then you have the VIN over here engraved on the left side of the engine bay. Nothing on the top of the hood here. Here is the key for the vehicle. It does have the keyless and walk-away entry. To open the key, you just press this button down here, and then you pull the 2 halves apart. You have the Jimmy key inside as well as the battery compartment. And then, as always, to close the key, you need to put the 2 halves back together and push together tightly, and the key is back in one piece. So getting to the exterior dimensions, we have a wheelbase of 105.1 inches. The length of the vehicle from bumper to bumper is 179.2 inches. The width is 81.9 inches. The width without the mirrors is 70.9, which apparently, if you look up the dimensions of the vehicle, they will give you the width without the mirrors, and they won't give you the width with the mirrors for some reason. You have to actually specifically look for that actual specification. They provide you the one without the mirrors, which again, I don't really find that very useful, because when are you going to use the vehicle without the mirrors or have an instance where you're going to want to get that calculation? So someone tell me what that calculation would be useful for. Now, the height is 56.9 inches. Ground clearance is 5.7 inches. Curb weight is 3,534 pounds. Gross weight is 4,575 pounds. Bicolor wheels for both the rear and front. Standard brake calipers, individual bicolor wheels since it has the M. 2 for the 2 Series engraved on the door frame there. Getting to the interior trunk here, pretty big opening, slightly taller than the 5 Series. Bottom area here for this vehicle specifically, you do have a spare tire. I believe if you don't get the spare tire option, it will just be an open area down here. Now, this car also does have the jack as well as some other equipment down there, but you do have this bottom area for some storage, and that is the trunk area. The trunk does open on its own, as I just showed you. However, it does not close on its own, so you actually have to handle here, you have to pull it and then close it manually. I thought that was kind of odd before on these newer. Oh, okay, I'm not sure why that just opened. I've not seen that on the newer BMWs. The 228, the BMW logo in the middle and xDrive on the left. Now, there are no visible exhaust pipes, so I'm assuming they're under or behind the bumper. The gas tank is on the right side. It looks like they have some sort of fuel code here for your manual or something along that line to make sure you put the right fuel. Here is the interior of the vehicle. You do have 2 USB-C ports in the center here for the rear. There are not any pockets behind the seats, and there is not any outlets behind the seats. The center area for the 2 drink holders, and if you press this button right here, it will allow you to open the entire middle section so that you have this middle section opened. And same goes for the 2 rear seats. If you go to the trunk, there is 2 levers, one for left and one for right here to pull the seats down. Close that back up. The seat is unlocked, so you can just pull it. Frameless doors. The windows come down slightly. Why this keeps locking on me? It's like, oh, it just locked again. Are you kidding me? The cargo area dimensions of the vehicle are as follows. The trunk space is 12 cubic feet. If you put the seats down, you have 15.2 cubic feet. And then the entire area of the vehicle, the interior, is 91 cubic feet. So that is the cargo dimensions. The range of the vehicle is 400 in the city and 450 on the highway. Fuel capacity is 13 gallons. MPG is 26 in the city, 38 in the highway, and 30 estimated combined miles. There is no more center knob. Everything is based on the screen here now, and you don't even have a lot of the options such as media, telephone, navigation. Nothing is here. The only thing you have are the driving modes, the driving settings, the parking button, and then the defrosters and whatnot are down here. There's nothing here. Everything is on the screen, and then you have media, telephone, nav. They're all right here, including the back button, but everything is on screen now, so that is a little different. I'm gonna go ahead and start the car with everything closed so you guys can hear it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it back off, and I'm gonna open the door. Close the door. I did notice with this vehicle is that when you try to connect your phone, I'm not sure if it's because it's a fleet vehicle, but with this car, you have to manually go back through, set up Apple CarPlay, do all that all over again every single time. And I'm not sure why. Never had that issue with any other loaner, so I don't know if it's this car specifically, if that's just a new thing, but it is a little irritating. So getting into the interior here, we do have the center console right here. Unfortunately, there's no outlets at all in this center console, which is probably the first I've ever seen any BMW. Now, granted, this is the second 2 Series that I've done. 2 USB-Cs over here up in the front and a 8-volt charge pad right there. And you do have another storage area right here for something small such as the car key. That's really about it. The glove compartment is a little different. The way you open it, there's a button right here, which is kind of hidden, is flush with the rest of the paneling. So you have to kind of look for it with your hand. Once you press it, it'll open. To close, you just click it back in place. The car is equipped with 3 different modes here. If I can get this to come off the spring. Oh, there we go. I didn't even mean to do that. So going to my modes, you have 3 different modes. You have the personal, which is your settings. You have sport and efficient. I don't know why this is set to 72. Like, let's go back to low. Because that's odd. Oh, okay. Now I see what's happening. It's on auto. Let's turn that off. Or not. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Why can't I turn the auto off? All right, then. I'm not sure why that's on. You can't turn auto off, apparently. It says automatic. Like, why am I in auto? I don't want auto. Like, what are we doing here? Like, okay. All right, whatever. Infotainment. I don't know why these are all low. We might as well put those on high. See, this is the one thing I noticed. You guys may want to check this on your BMW. Just a little side note. I just bumped into this setting for some reason. Now, whenever you have these settings, this isn't to turn them on right now. You have to click this to turn them on. If you want to activate it, you have to go here to activate. But this is what the intensity of these settings are. And if you don't put them on very high, you're not going to feel them because you can put the intensity right here. If you press this, you can put it on 1 bar, 2 bars, 3 bars for any of these settings. So keep this on very high because otherwise you're not going to feel like it's doing anything for you. The cooling or heating seats if you don't have those set. Steering wheel, cruise control on the left, media on the right, including the settings for your HUD display. And it really depends on what mode you're on as well. Interior lighting or ambient lighting. Basically these bars that are the lighting. Panoramic roof that you would press this button to open the shade. And then you can open the sunroof as well. And if you press it again, it'll open a slight bit more. There we go. I know it's kind of dark in there. So this is the glass for the panoramic roof. Go ahead and close that back up again. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do a performance demonstration. Now, for some reason, I don't have the option to do the wide camera angle, and I actually can't even zoom in much. I can only go ×3 on the zoom. So I don't know what the deal is with these 4K settings. Start with the efficient mode, the eco mode here. Everything turns blue. Go ahead and turn off these hazards and get the turn signal ready to go. And we are clear. Let's go ahead and get on. All right, guys, the moment you've been waiting for. Gonna go ahead and switch this to sport mode here. The auto start stop has been deactivated. We'll go ahead and switch this into L1 as well so we get the most off of the RPMs. Take off the hazards. Get those hazards turned off. put the turn signal, and we are clear. All right, guys, let's try that one more time here now that we have a clear opening. Let's get back on. All right, for the final attempt here at this performance demonstration, I'm gonna go ahead and get back on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, YouTube.